There is a very specific kind of exhaustion. It is quiet. You stand in the middle of your own home, look around, and suddenly realize you have no idea where to begin. There is laundry on the bedroom chair, a chair that stopped being a chair a long time ago. There are dishes near the sink, unopened mail on the counter, random things pushed to the edges of your desk, shoes in the hallway, a mug in the wrong room, a bag you dropped days ago and somehow never picked up again. And then you say it to yourself, I never clean my house. Most people call this laziness. They call it a lack of discipline. They assume that if someone lives in a messy space, they simply do not care. But what if a chronically messy home is not a character flaw? What if it is a mirror? Because the inability to clean is rarely about not wanting a better space. Most people living inside the mess do not feel peaceful about it. They are not enjoying some relaxed, artistic chaos. They see it. They feel it. They avoid looking at it, and still somehow feel surrounded by it. Clutter becomes a low-level stressor. It sits in the background, constantly asking for attention. Your nervous system reads the room before you even think about it. Too many objects, too many unfinished tasks, too many reminders that something still needs to be handled. And the strange part is this: the mess makes you tired. But being tired is exactly what makes the mess so hard to fix. That is where executive dysfunction comes in. In simple terms, it means your brain is struggling with the steps between wanting something done and actually doing it. Planning, starting, choosing what comes first, staying on track, finishing one thing before another thing pulls you away. You can want a clean room. You can hate the mess. You can know exactly how much better you would feel afterward, and still feel frozen. Because cleaning is not one task. It is hundreds of tiny decisions disguised as one task. You pick up a shirt to put it away. On the way to the closet, you notice a book that belongs in the living room. So you take the book. In the living room, you see a glass on the table. So now you are carrying a shirt, holding a book, and somehow washing dishes. Then you remember the laundry. Then you see the trash. Then you forget what you were doing in the first place. Nothing gets finished. And by the end, you are more exhausted than when you started. Every object feels equally urgent. The brain cannot sort the noise, so it shuts down. And clutter is not just stuff. A lot of the time, clutter is delayed decisions. That paper on the table is not just paper. It is a choice you have not made yet. Reply to it, file it, throw it away. Deal with what it means. That sweater you never wear asks another question. Keep it, donate it. What if you need it later? That broken thing in the drawer asks whether you will fix it, replace it, or finally admit you never will. So it stays there, because not deciding feels easier than deciding wrong. Then there is the heavier kind of exhaustion: depression, burnout, emotional depletion. When you are carrying that kind of weight, tiny chores stop feeling tiny. Washing one plate can feel like too much. Folding a towel can feel like a full day's work. Taking out the trash can feel like climbing out of your own body. And then the loop gets cruel. Low energy creates mess. The mess creates more stress. And the stress whispers that you are failing. You look around, and the room seems to confirm the worst thing you already believe about yourself. This is why shame almost never helps. Being judged does not give you energy. Being told, just clean it, does not magically organize your mind. When cleaning becomes something someone demands from you, it stops feeling like care. It starts feeling like control. And when people feel controlled, they resist, even if the thing being asked would help them. So no, being shamed into cleaning is not motivation. It is usually just another weight added to the pile. Now, It is important to say this clearly. Ordinary chronic mess is not the same thing as serious hoarding. Hoarding is a real clinical condition where letting go of objects causes deep distress and the accumulation seriously interferes with daily life. That is different, and not every messy space is equally harmful. Some people even think more creatively in a little disorder. A perfectly spotless room is not the only valid way to live. But if your space has started to drain you, overwhelm you, or make you feel trapped, then it is telling you something. Not that you are broken, not that you are lazy, not that you are a failure. It is telling you that your system is overloaded. Your attention is stretched. Your emotional battery is low. Your mind has been trying to survive with less energy than it needed. So when you clean, do not do it to prove you are a good person. A clean home does not make you worthy. You already are. Clean because you deserve to breathe in your own space. Clean because one small clear surface can make the world feel slightly less impossible. Clean because choosing one object can give your brain back a little control. Start ridiculously small. 1 cup, 1 receipt, 1 corner of a table, 1 decision. You do not have to fix the whole house today. You only have to interrupt the loop. And when you are ready, gently, slowly, without punishment, you can begin. Because cleaning your space is not about becoming someone better. Sometimes it is simply a way of helping your mind feel safe again.